All right, we are live on LinkedIn and on YouTube. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining. Kate Strashny here from Story by Data. We have a special treat for you today because you're going to hear from about 17 leaders in the knowledge graph space. Yes, about 17, and we're going to try to keep this in a session to about an hour. We may or may not go over, but we'll definitely be around for questions and answers towards the end. I'm actually going to bring in the two co-founders of the Knowledge Graph Conference, Thomas and Francois. So join me in the stream, you guys. Hello. How's it going?
Hey, Kate. Good afternoon.
Hey,
Good
Kate,
afternoon.
how are you?
I'm super excited about this. I've never done a live stream with 17 speakers in 1 hour. So this is going to be lightning round speed. But Thomas, maybe we can get started with you and just let us know, why should people attend the Knowledge Graph Conference that's coming up in early May?
Thanks, Kate. So the Knowledge Graph Conference convenes experts who are driving adoption of this really interesting technology across a number of industries. So we have leaders from industries ranging from financial services to healthcare, supply chain, and e-commerce. These innovators are building use cases, for example, social graphs in finance, recommender systems in e-commerce. They're addressing questions in healthcare around drug discovery, a very relevant topic right now. And our industry range is quite diverse. We have speakers from industries such as real estate and law firms. The event runs over 4 days, starting on the 4th and 5th of May, where we kick off with 9 workshops and tutorials. So if you are curious about knowledge graphs, what they are, if you're interested to learn how to build a knowledge graph, we have 2 fantastic workshops, which are tutorials, which you'll hear more about later in this talk. We also have 2 very interesting workshops, one on healthcare, personal health knowledge graphs, and another on the UN Sustainability Goals, Knowledge Graphs for Social Good, sponsored by Lambert Hoganut at the UN and Accenture, where they're leveraging open data sets to see how we can better measure progress towards the UN SDGs, 19 grand goals covering everything from education to poverty to climate to gender equality. The centerpiece of the event is a 2-day single track conference, May 6th and 7th, 30 lightning talks, 20-minute talks. So a feature of our event, similar to your LinkedIn Live today, is it's very fast-paced, high energy. This year, we're really excited by the fact that we're doing it online. This will allow our attendees to engage with our speakers over video and chat through Ask Me Anything sessions. And finally, just to wrap up, we're also adding in this year a very exciting event where we're matching startups building in knowledge graphs with investors. We're launching an open source enterprise knowledge graph foundation. Mike Etkin will join us later to talk about that. And we have a very interesting panel on frontiers of data intelligence, talking about ethics and AI. So just to summarize, if you're new to knowledge graphs, if you're curious about the space, or if you're building in the space and you want to interact with the leading experts in the world, or if you're interested in some of the research or building a startup, the Knowledge Graph Conference, May 4th to 7th, is the place to be, and sign up at knowledgegraph.tech.
Great. Thank you so much, Thomas. And then now I'd like to hear from Francois. How did this event come about? And where did you guys get the idea to even start something like this?
That's a great question, Kate. Thank you. It's so I've been working in that field for years and years. I started working on the graph of the French dictionary in 2002, if my memory is correct. So almost 20 years of working in that field and seeing it evolving as an academic field. And different names came, semantic web and linked data, and then seeing more and more industry adoption. I thought, so it was a couple of years ago at the International Semantic Web Conference in Monterey that the idea came, and I thought it was the time to really take that field out of the academia because it was really mature to become, to show that industry is using this technology. It's not just some topic that is used by researchers, but it's now becoming a major technology. And so loving the topic, I wanted to support it through the community. And that's what we're building with the Knowledge Graph Conference.
Awesome. And I think before we start, inviting all the speakers and hearing from what they have to say, can we just do a baseline discussion on what exactly is a knowledge graph for those that are not familiar with it?
That is a great question. And you know what? This is a question that is being discussed all the time. Even like a couple days ago on Twitter, some of the active members in the community were again asking the question and comparing all the different subdomains of the field. But basically, if we want to, quickly give some idea about what are knowledge graph, what are they useful for, I think the major point there is really integration, bringing all the data together, providing a unique reference source for your data in your organization, especially. And knowledge graphs are one of the necessary branch of AI, such as we have memory and we use that memory to reason about the world. Knowledge graph kind of play that role in artificial intelligence. They bring all the data, all the information together in a way that's nicely accessible, very clean, high quality. And so that this data can be used, and now AI can learn using this data, and then the output of AI can also enrich the knowledge graphs. So that's for a very quick definition, but I'm sure if you attend the conference, you will learn a lot more about all the details and all the application areas as Thomas described.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And actually, you can take 10% off the conference. We do have if you see the ticker on the bottom, we have a code you can use. It's a LinkedIn Live special where you can take 10% off if you decide to go ahead and join the conference. It's KGC LinkedIn Live. So Thomas, Francois, thank you. I know you guys are going to stick around for the end, but I'm going to remove you from the stream and actually bring on our first speaker, Juan Sequeira from data.world. But thank you guys for that.
Before you remove me, Kate,
yes.
I want to say Juan has been an active player since the beginning, a big supporter of the conference, is part of the program committee of the conference, so helped us build that wonderful program that we have this year. So thanks, Juan.
Great, thank you. Okay, I'm going to bring him in. And those that have tuned in live, I just want to let you know that if you ever had a question about knowledge graphs, I literally cannot think of a better time to go ahead and ask them in the comments below, because we really have all the leaders in the knowledge graph space. And yeah, definitely put your comments, your questions in the comments, and we'll try to address as many as we